Patty, were y'all having children's church this morning? Okay. Okay. I invite Dr. Fleenor forward. He has a few words that he wants to share with us from the administrative board.
The administrative board asked me to make a short presentation to you about the financial situation of the church. The church budget is divided really into two budgets. One is a designated budget where the contributors in the congregation can specify exactly what they want their donations to be spent for. There is also a general operating budget which pays for everything else. The everything else would be the church building, the services of the preacher and the janitor, the light bill and the insurance and everything it takes to keep a roof over our head. The designated funds would be something like the choir or the flower fund. Some years ago, the board recommended to the congregation that they had the option of making their donations into designated funds. It was felt that people would contribute more freely to some area of the ministry of the church that they particularly enjoyed. Such is the best example, the wonderful choir that we have. We succeeded beyond our expectations because we found what people before us have always known, that donations to special projects, special designated funds, always comes out of what a person would donate to the operational budget. So the board met this past week and found out that for the year 2015, we were $20,000 in the hole on the operational budget. The designated budget is in pretty good shape. I won't say perfect, but in pretty good. The congregation has, in fact, donated very liberally to the budgets for the projects that they particularly enjoyed. Now, again, the operational budget is what keeps the roof over our heads and pays the bills and keeps the ministry of the church going. The board this past week met and addressed this issue with several programs. The first was that we made some very painful cuts in the church program. We limited our expenses. The next project, we are going to ask the membership to increase their donations specifically to the operational budget of the church. The designated ministries would not be able to function if we didn't have a roof over our heads. And really, the major act of ministry of this congregation is the preacher. Other things are secondary. And we find ourselves in a situation where we need to focus on what's really basic and important. So we're going to ask you to forego or to limit or to make your contributions thoughtfully away from the designated funds until we pay our debts, the $20,000 debt for the year of 2015. We have been operating on savings. Now, we have some savings, and that is what has paid us to keep the church open this year. But it's like eating our seed corn. You can only eat your seed corn for a certain limited period of time, and then you're broke and you've got to close your doors. So we are asking everyone to do what they can do to close this gap of $20,000 for this year. But there's only 11 days left in this year. There's only one more Sunday past today. It's going to be very difficult, but we're going to ask you to do what you can do. Now, in 12 days, we'll be starting a new year, the year 2016. And there's only two ways we can meet that budget, because we are starting the year $10,000 behind. So we're going to have to meet that $10,000 for next year, either by increasing our donations or by making $10,000 of more painful cuts in our operations. Sobering news for a Christmas celebration, but I thank you for your kind attention, and I appreciate all of you out there who love Trinity United Methodist Church. Thank you.